gentlemen, many men dream of becoming a warrior or a fighter. But tonight, 40 men and women stopped dreaming and came to test themselves in the ultimate Sheffield combat sports arena. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are live from the Fly GSA Arena in Sheffield, England, and this is Cage Steel! And let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen, we want to see hard fights in this cage tonight, and the louder you shout, the harder they fight. And as we get underway with our first fight of the evening, I'm going to hand over to my co-host, Gary the Pocket Rocket Patterson.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get the pro card underway. So, are you ready? It's shield time! The following fight is a bout of boxing held in the middleweight division, fought over 3 3-minute rounds and is sponsored by Rite Flank. Your first boxer fights out of Scarborough MMA. Making their way to the blue corner, Adrian Wojnar!
Adrenalina płynie w moich żyłach. Mistrzów drużyna, nikt nie może nas zatrzymać. Adrenalina płynie w moich żyłach. Adrenalina, mistrzów drużyna, nikt nie może nas zatrzymać. Adrenalina, poczuj serca puls, poczuj lekkość nóg. Adrenalina płynie w moich żyłach. Adrenalina. Rano otwieram oczy, proszę Boga o protekcję. Za każdy dzień dziękuję, przedtem składam ręce. Niewielu zostało nas na wojennej ścieżce. Ambicja od kołyski, pokropową deskę to jest męski świat. Przypij grabę brak, tych więzi nie rozdzieli nawet stal więzienny krak. Męska przyjaźń najlepiej sprawdza się w akcji. Nie może zawieść niezależnie od sytuacji. Kto nie jest z nami, jest nam przeciw. To krew pod i łzy, tu można się skaleczyć. Bo starcia na ringach od walki z cieniem. W ustach smak stali, zmęczonych rąk drzeje. Piłka nożna, jakby boks czy koszykówka. Się złoży przegrana pasja, ciężka harów, wola walki. Pokój starczą albo na tarczy. Błogosławiony silny, który nie krzywdzi słabszy. Adrenalina płynie w moich żyłach. Mistrzów drużyna, nikt nie może nas zatrzymać. Adrenalina płynie w moich żyłach. Adrenalina, mistrzów drużyna, nikt nie może nas zatrzymać.
And his opponent fights out of ABT. And he now makes his way to the red corner. Ryan Lionheart Bulman.
So you join us here live at Cage Steel. This is a boxing bout, 72 kilograms, 3 times 2-minute rounds, and this fight is brought to you by our sponsors, Rite Flank. It's me, Brian Lacey, alongside the big slow himself, Mr. Luke Barnett. Cage boxing, Luke, have you ever experienced it?
Yeah, many times. It's quite popular on the shows here, and it's a good good way to see the different variations of the sport. Nice stiff jab there. And you get to see the variations. I think tonight we've got bare knuckle boxing, we've got K1, we've got boxing and MMA. So you get to see how all the different facets work together and separately as well. Nice body shot.
Nice body shot. We got Ryan Bulman there in the red corner, the black shorts, and then we have Adrian Wojnar in the blue corner with the red and grey shorts. This is a rematch. They actually faced each other on their boxing debuts. Adrian took that one. But in that fight, the Ryan Bulman looked very good with his movement. Just felt like Adrian was counter-striking more effectively as Bulman came in. And let's see what adjustments Bulman will make as he looks to regain that loss. Really wanted this fight back.
Yeah, I mean, you can see Bulman much more movement, upper body moving at the waist with his head side to side. So he's not directly in line for the shots. He moves well, gets his head off the center line. And that can be tricky, to try and find that shot. And that's a really important thing in boxing, not to stay static and still. His opponent is a bit more still, but a lot more hefty and a lot more weighty and counter-striking, like you said, like in the previous fight they had. Much better with those counter-strikes.
Yeah, he's moving forward a little bit more in this fight as well, which is good to see. But Ryan Bulman said he made a lot of changes. Less dancing around, more about the punches and the quality of punches. And that was a nice right hand from Bulman.
Yeah, landed a nice right hand, but then he got left hook, returns, straight away. So if he's going to do that dance, he needs to get in, needs to get out if he's going to counter. A beautiful stiff right hand, but laid there a little bit too long.
This is very much a mirror image of their last fight. Adrian Wojnar looking to plant his feet, and as he comes in, he throws multiple shots. That's a nice
big
right hand.
shot.
That stiffened up Adrian Wojnar.
He's a little bit wobbly here as well, but staying composed.
Oh,
I don't want to say saved by the bell, but it definitely helped that it went off then.
And then we have round two. And when you face someone before and you're not just preparing for that fight again, as Ryan Bulman has been for Adrian Wojnar, but when you get in it, you already kind of know each other. They'll be feeling little differences, but this is so similar to that first fight. It feels like we just kicked off with round four.
Well, at this early in their careers as well, having a rematch for their second ever fight, there's a lot of emotions that go into that. There's a lot of, it can go either way. You can get like an identical fight, or it can be a completely different match, and someone might have made huge changes. Someone could be feeling the pressure more, especially the person who lost the first fight. It doesn't really look like Ryan's been affected by that loss. He's come in and, like you said, he's fighting exactly the same way he did before. So it's interesting. It just looks like an extra round. Looks like we're going into round 5 of their first ever fight.
Both corners are very animated with both fighters. They're trying to gym out. I think in the last fight as well, Bulman sort of faded as it went on. But this time, he looks in great shape.
Yeah, and Adrian may not look in better shape, but you can see that he's a rock. He's solid. He comes forward. He's taken that shot very well. Doesn't look dazed coming into the second round. And I think he's not going to shell up. He's going to come forward and try and land bombs.
So here we are at Cage Steel at the Sheffield Arena. Ryan Bulman in the red corner. Adrian Wojnar in the blue. That's a nice stiff jab coming in from Bulman. Clean, and
Adrian's corner asking for a little bit more head movement from him in between rounds, and I think that's why he got caught with that stiff right hand. His head was just in the centre line. And you can see him now dip in, moving a little bit more.
Feels like he's trying to put a bit more pressure on. When you get hit with a shot like that, you almost want to give it back, don't you? It feels like 1-0 down, and you can see Wojnar wants to connect.
There's two reactions you can have. You can either back off, shell up, or you can come at it and like you said, want to get it back. I want to, you hit me once hard, I want to hit you once hard. And that's fighting. There he gets it, beautiful stiff left hand. That's the true nature of fighting. That's what it is. If you bite down on your gum shield and come in, that's not a sport. That's the aggression. That's the innate within a human being to want to get that back. It's competition. And you can see Adrian's very competitive here and trying to bring it to his opponent.
Having good success as well. There was a moment there where Bulman was getting caught, and again, look at Wojnar just upping the output, upping the pressure, and that seems to be having an effect on the movement, but also the output of his opponent, Ryan Bulman.
Well, Ryan's going to be feeling, even if they're hitting the gloves, he's going to feel the power. I mean, Adrian's throwing real power in those shots, and that's going to make him weary, going to make him worried, not going to make him want to commit to these shots and come in. He wants to play on the outside, be smooth, move around, use that jab, be fast. He doesn't want to get hit by those rockets. There they are again, big shots coming from Adrian.
Did like the mix-up, though, to the body there. Bulman changing levels.
Very different styles, these two. And it's almost like if you merge the two fighters together, you'd have one very complete fighter. We've got one guy that moves very well. Good straight shots. On the outside, good head movement. Yep. And they're the things Adrian's lacking. Beautiful right stiff hand going through the middle again there.
Adrian is deceptively quick as well. I thought that in his last fight. I think it surprised Bulman. But even this one looking sharp and countering extremely well as Bulman comes forward.
But if Adrian just lets Bulman stay on that outside and pop off shots, that's when he's going to get hit with those straight rights. He's going to find the little openings. He needs to do like he did in the beginning of that second round when he was the dominator. He was the ball. He was coming forward. He was setting the pace. And even if he's hitting the gloves, he's still, you know, winning the fight. So very, very close second round there. Only really 2 shots in it.
Close second round. This will bring him into the third. And Ryan Bulman's corner looking to keep that movement going. You can see that they're trying to G their fighter up. It's one thing to go into this third round the first time thinking you might be a round down or it might be very close, but a second time when you've already lost once, this is one that he doesn't want to let go of, isn't it? This will really sting hard if he lost this fight to Adrian Wojnar, especially when it's still so close.
Definitely. I think the first round, the only real shot that landed was Ryan's right hand, and it was very clean. It was at the end. So as a judge, maybe that sways it. Second round, you can't even say what's going on. So he definitely both guys are going to come out swinging and need this third round. You know, they really do need it. Only 2 minutes left to play. 2
minutes left to play. What an exciting bout. Our first of many cage boxing bouts we've got on this exquisite card tonight here at the Sheffield Arena. So we've got Ryan Bulman coming out in the red corner and Adrian Wojnar in the blue. All to play for here.
Yeah, Adrian really overcommitting to that left hand. I'd like to see him throw a right hand straight back down the pipe as he comes in, rather than always going for that left. It leaves him open a little bit for that straight right hand. He's really favouring that left hand, that left hook. It leaves him very open. If it lands, it's great, but if it doesn't... Ryan Bulman's corner asking for movement.
Yeah, you can't stand in front of a power puncher like Adrian Wojnar like that. But Bulman, I've got to say, his cardio looks excellent for this one. Seemed to fade a little bit in that last fight, but now looks still fresh as a daisy. Wojnar switched on though. Look at him just as soon as that distance is closed.
Need a little bit more output from both these guys in the third round. They don't want to let this one slide. Probably only about a minute left to go.
Yeah, the clock is ticking now against both of these. Oh, a nice overhand right. Just catches the gloves, though, of Adrian Wojnar.
But changing the angle, he's been throwing it straight all night, and then he switches it up and comes over the top. It's intelligence and a good idea there. Didn't quite pay off, but great idea. Again, going for it now.
I love the composure of Wojnar as well. 25 years old, but started kickboxing at the age of 15 years. Has competed in a number of different martial arts, so has that experience.
And Wojnar just calling him on. I think he wants him to come in so he can land one of those bombs. Not really chasing him, he wants the counter shot.
Clock is ticking. Not long left for somebody to make a mark on this round. Maybe that just one flurry, one connection, one combination could really steal it for the...
10 seconds clacker, 10 to go.
Oh, now they're moving.
You see Ryan coming into range there though, and just getting caught with that left.
There we go, 6 rounds in the books for these young men. 3 tonight. Another close fight though. Again, neither one walking away with their hands held high. Ryan Bulman now putting his hands up as his corner, gesture towards him to do that. Good respect between the two, but another close fight.
Extremely close. I think if you look at it from boxing technique, and if you're not trying to score the fight, Ryan's doing all the right things, moving a lot better, head movement, footwork, long shots. But then when it comes down to the fight, Adrian's there to really put it on him and hit him hard, and that aggression and that power means a lot, and I think he definitely, there was 2 straight right hands that were landed by Ryan in the fight, but Adrian had flurries, he had a lot of big shots. It's an extremely close fight and could go either way.
So this fight brought to you again by our sponsors, Rite Flank. We are waiting for our judges to bring in the scorecards, see who takes this, the rematch. Will we be set for a rubber match at the next cage steal? Will Bulman get that one back?
Either of them they're both very unsure.
Well, let's hand it to our MC now to make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 hard-fought rounds, we have a winner by unanimous decision, Adrian Wojnar!
And you can see that even Adrian Wojnar wasn't quite sure his hand was going to be raised there. Ryan Bulman deflated a little bit, but they kind of accept it's such a close fight, and when they watch it back, I'm sure they'll see it, and maybe they'll go again another 3 or 4 times in their careers. But a good start for them, real good test for both fighters as far as, tough competition, equally matched, Two different styles, as you pointed out, but Wojnar has taken the victory yet again.
Yeah, the level is definitely equal there. They're both on the same sort of pace, the same sort of level, and it's great competition for both of them. I think Adrian just had he was more aggressive. You know, when he had the shots and landed the shots, there was more behind them, and he wasn't pussyfooting around. I don't know if that makes sense, but he was really going for it, you know what I mean?
Planting those feet
planting his feet and trying to get the knockout, whereas Ryan was moving around, tapping away, but apart from the straight right, didn't really have much else.
Superb stuff. That is one fight in the books.